St. Joseph is the patron of good death, and for a good reason. He was well accompanied at his own. That kind death leading home is not an enemy. Welcome, Sister Death. It opens the door. It opens the arms of Jesus. It is a release, but it has to be prepared. St. Joseph helps us to prepare our own death by anticipating it, accepting it in advance with the will as a sacrifice, united with that of the death of Jesus on the cross. But the moment of death hits us all in a very different way. Sometimes it's foreseeable. Some saints have actually known the day of their death. In other cases, it comes out of nowhere, suddenly, and without any preparation. Only today I heard what happened to somebody I knew. He was involved in an argument and he was punched and fell to the ground, and his head hit the ground very hard. He went into a state of unconsciousness and woke up in eternity, leaving his young wife, whom I know well, alone and shocked. Other deaths are well prepared, rehearsed as it were. I think of the case of my own father. Years ago, towards 1981, I was enclosed and my brother came to see me, but he was phoning home every evening because Dad wasn't at all well. And he cut short his stay and went straight home. Dad was petering out. And they found a note beside the hospital bed, Cladwch fi yn Llanfihangel, bury me in Llanfihangel. That's the family area in mid Wales. I wrote a little note through my brother to him in Welsh. When the Lord is knocking at the door, it is well to get the house in order. At the last minute, the doctors found exactly what was wrong and why, and they got him back because he was becoming delirious at that stage and petering out. He was given 10 more years of life, during which he became very active in the chapel and even wrote its history. Then, 10 years later, I was with him when we were waiting for him to go calmly in hospital. And I found these words, which actually were among the last he'd written to me in a letter, and it moved me to see his writing and to hear his voice from beyond the tomb. Goodness on the page. Just a letter, like any other, but it stayed in my Bible and it's still there, the Welsh Bible that he had given me. And at the back one sees just calmly, Hwyl, Dad. Goodbye, Dad. And the Bible is still in use. So when I came across this, I wrote these lines, but not without remembering that he died on the vigil of the Feast of Divine Mercy. That was interesting. Grace coming through with gentleness and mercy, and a face who had beamed on childhood, now being beamed at by the Father of all. Goodness we hand on, and I am sure that goodness beamed supremely through the eyes of St. Joseph, whom we invoke for a good and holy death. Letter in the Bible. Rest now, good friend, rest on. The time is gone. No more shall scribblings travel on a page from where this hand now lies. Yet, though 'tis done, the work that they performed, there is not age or growing older in the Father's land, where son meets son that was a son in turn to Adam that all bore. And this kind hand that penned a hurried word doth here return, not from the tomb, but from the womb of ours, the ancient calm where all things have an end. And though where lies that face, the gentle powers of loving come no more, this earth can lend a particle or two to hold a sound that I will hear again when home is found. And I did notice that on the memoriam card of this young man who died through manslaughter, that St. Joseph was there. This prayer to St. Joseph had been put there, handing his soul on to that good carer. Prayer to St. Joseph. Hail Joseph, blessed are you amongst all men, and blessed is Jesus, the fruit of Mary, your faithful spouse. Holy Joseph, worthy foster father and guardian of Jesus Christ and of the Holy Church, pray for us sinners, and obtain divine wisdom for us from God, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. May he rest in peace. Joseph, our Father and Father of all men, look at this dawn, look again to the children whom in adopting thy Lord thou hast ordered, whom thou hast gathered to be thine own brethren, called by thy name, on thy name we are calling, thy church we are seeing the perils before him. This house that shields neath the strength of thy wisdom, this child that seldom finds help in his falling. We are thy portion, we are thy forehead place our feet where it's trodden. Thine own unheard and unnoticed come guiding, thy path of hiding where secrets lie hidden. For thou art unknown and wast thus in thy living, none but one is so in thy giving. And 'tis the obscure way that we too would follow, if small eyes held our own deep its thriving.